Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather and today is Wednesday, December the 11th of 2024. So that makes today my day 10 of my 12 days of Christmas sewing. I've had so much fun doing all these little sewing projects, even though I've had trouble with my sewing machine and I'm still only using lilac colored thread. But today is going to be fairly easy. There's two styles of bookmarks I want to make. I'm going to start with the one and to see how long it takes me to make them. So I have 4 kids. I'm making each of my kids 2 bookmarks each. So let me say I'm making a total of 8 bookmarks. And so I do have this fusible interfacing that I got at the Dollar Tree. I keep wanting to say Dollarama. I hardly shop at Dollar Tree anymore. So this was $1.50 or $1.75. I don't remember. I forget. Their prices are slowly going up. So it's one day it's one price, the next day it's another price. So, but this says it is 20 inches by 1 yard or 50.8 centimeters by 0.91 meters. And this is the lightweight one. And so then for my material, because I've got 4 kids, so I'm going to make my one daughter strawberries and watermelon. I'm going to make another one of my daughters with just these little cute little cats. These were from Walmart. But these ones here, okay, I'll start with these ones. These ones were from Dollar Tree. I bought them a couple of years ago. I probably paid $1, maybe $1.25. And these are, what's the size on these? 20 by 21 inches. Or 50.80 centimeters by 53.34 centimeters. So these ones were from Dollar Tree. I've had these ones for so many years. And then these would be from one of my other daughters. So these ones I got at Walmart. These are $2.97 for these little pre-cut singles. So these are 18 inches by 21 inches or 45.7 centimeters by 53.3 centimeters. So I got these cute little kitten ones. Then I got these ones. These again are also from Walmart, so the same price, so $2.97, the same size, so 18 by 21 inches. And I got one daughter, she loves mushrooms, so I couldn't find anything. I thought, I mean, I know what she'd kind of like, but I just couldn't find it. Then my son, you know, we used to watch The Office together all the time, so I found these at Walmart. And these ones fat quarter. I don't know why. These ones wrapped this way are called a fat quarter, and they're 18 by 21 inches. But these ones here in the square, it's the same size, but they're called pre-cut singles. So I honestly don't know what the difference is between them being labeled a fat quarter versus pre-cut singles. They're the same size. I don't know. But these ones were the Office ones. So there's this one has got Michael Scott, and then this other one that's got all the other characters. And you'll see that better when I get them, you know, laid out here. Now I do know that usually with this interfacing, you're supposed to pre-wash your materials first. I figure I'm making bookmarks. These are brand new material. I just don't have the time to wash the fabric. If it got the fabric like secondhand, or if I noticed the fabric was like something on it, then I would pre-wash. Because it is safe for this interface, you know, you should pre-wash your fabric before you use this. But I'm not making clothing. Like obviously that's different, like depending on what you're making. I'm making bookmarks. I can't see any reasons why the bookmarks would have to get like laundered too often. So I'm not going to worry about that. But I need to cut my squares into 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. I'm just gonna move this down so I've got my glass cutting board here. I'm just gonna make sure I've got it on the inches right here. I'm just going to grab the Sharpie, and I'm just going to go to where the 3.5 is. The Sharpie is not going to write on this glass. I just wanted to make myself a little marks on this side and on this side so I know where to where my square is going to be. Just grab a different marker. Something other than white or silver or a light blue. I just try to find, you know. So I need to go 3.5, so that's here. And then I need 3.5 this way, and this is an inches going up. So 3.5 is there. I always find it easier if I can just kind of make myself like a, a template kind of a thing, so I know where I need to cut. Just lay the material down. Oh, I'm gonna lose my voice now. There. Just gonna double check that that is 3.5 and 3.5 right to this, where they kind of line up. So I got myself a nice little square there. This has a piece of cardboard in here somewhere. There it is. So now for each of my bookmarks that I'm making, I'm going to make those ones where they have the corner page ones. So I need 3 pieces of material and 1 piece of the interfacing. So I'm just going to do this, lay this down. And my pins are right here. I think I'm going to do this instead. I think I'm going to actually just make myself a cardboard template. I think that'll be just so much easier. Just because the amount of ones I got to cut out and to cut out the interfacing. Oh, it's just... There's the 3.5 and then 3.5 on this side. Just to there. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut my little template out. So much faster and easier for me to do this. I'm gonna lay my cardboard down here. If I had my rotary cutter, I know I have one. I'm just gonna go grab my rotary cutter. Okay. Of course, it doesn't seem like it wants to work. Sounds like it's cutting, but for some reason it's not cutting. Try this again. Well, this one just wants to shred the fabric. I was gonna go grab my other one. Brand new in the package, it better cut and not shred my material. There we go. it just me, or do I just not know how to hold these? Okay, well. Okay. So now in total, to make my, like I said, to make the bookmarks, why is it doing that? I think it's just me. I just can't seem to hold this at angle. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so I said for each bookmark I need 3 pieces of material, so I'm going to do both these. For each bookmark I need 2 of one and 1 of the other. So I'm just going to go and cut out all my material just because I'm just having trouble cutting with this for some reasons, but I will end up needing, shoot, I have my list written down of what I needed. Oh. Yeah, I have it, my list half written down. It's like, can't even read my own printing, but okay, so I will be back when I get my material cut and I'll let you know exactly how much material, how many pieces I need. So the office material will not work for this craft. They're just spaced out and it's just going to be so hard to cut out the square. I mean, I'd be wasting so much, you know, material trying to find out, you know, like you get one person in there, but you got to stitch it, and I just not going to look right. So I'm going to save this office material for a different project. But I have this one here with the leaves and this one here with the pineapple. These are both from Dollar Tree, so the Crafter's Square. Again, I've had these for a long time. In fact, this pineapple one is what I used to make a hat for my gnome a couple years ago. So I'm going to cut out the pieces into these ones. So what it is you need for each bookmark, you need 3 squares of material and 1 piece of the interface. So I've got just a few more squares to cut out of my material. Then I got to cut out 8 squares of my interfacing because I am making 8 bookmarks. Like I said, I couldn't remember how many pieces you needed, and I just trying to count and just trying to read that and just not able to read my own handwriting. Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut out, I guess I just gotta cut out 6 more squares, 3 of the leaves and 3 of the pineapple, and then I will cut out 8 pieces of my interfacing, and then I will be back to iron and stitch everything together. Okay, so I've got all my squares cut out and I've got all my interfacing cut out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give all of my material here a good iron because it's all wrinkled and wants to curl on me. So I'm making a total of 8 bookmarks. I'm just going to say again, I had to look that up. I just couldn't do simple math. So I'm making 8 bookmarks. Each bookmark takes 3 pieces of fabric. You know, I couldn't do this simple, let's go 8 times 3. I couldn't figure it out. But also what confused me was I was going to actually make some of these bookmarks like 2 color or 2 designs in one. But now I'm looking at them, I think I'm just going to make them all just the one design. I just don't seem to have the right coordinating colors. So I'm just going to make sure I get all these cat ones and make sure that I've got the pattern all going the same direction. Some of these have a picture or pattern, some of them don't. But just to make it easier, I want all the patterns to run the same direction. And for the most part, I think most of these patterns have a picture that goes like which way is top and which way is the bottom. I'm not sure about the pineapples. I know the leaves doesn't matter. I know everything else has a specific top and a bottom. So I'm just also laying them out in their groups. Also, all the pictures go in the same direction. And I can tell by the way these are laying these out and looking at the size of them. I can see I've got some that are just kind of a little jagged. That's okay, because it will be, once it's all sewn, it's going to be hidden. And do not press the iron down on your finger. Just about did that. Oh. Yeah, so I've got a couple of these. I said these palm leaves and the pineapples don't seem to have a specific direction. But when I go to pin them together and stuff, I will see which way most of the leaves face, if it matters. Same with the pineapple. See how many face a certain direction. See if it even matters on some of these. Yeah, that one's got a lot of jagged edges. Now they're all that. So now I just have to find one piece from each of the piles to put the interfacing on. I'm just gonna gotta make sure I've got which side. I always forget which goes which. Oh shoot. So it's the rough side goes to the back of this. That's what I thought, but just one of those things that you haven't done something for a while, you just have to read it to make sure you've got the right, you are doing it the right direction. So I need the rough side down, and I'm going to sew on the smooth side. Trim this off. I'm not sure if that was just cut jagged or if, well, I think it must have just been cut jagged because all these seem to fit good. Oops, how am I doing? This pile, the pile I'm trying to do this. So I've got a few more. Press that down because it wants to curl still. Okay, last one. Now I can work on getting my fabric together. I've got to just put these into the right piles. Okay, I will start with this one. We got one that we have to do into a triangle. I'm going to press each of these ones into a triangle. So it's going to take a few minutes. So I'll be back as soon as I get eight little triangles. Okay, so I've got all my pieces ironed. I'm just going to grab my pins here because now it's time to assemble these. So we put it right side up, grab our little corner piece in the corner, and then we put this one right side down. I'm going to pin it together. Like that. And then we go to sew. We just have to leave a little corner down here to be able to fold it right sides out. So I'm just going to go and pin all of these together. I don't know why this pin does not want to go through the material. There we go. So the piece with the interface goes down, then the triangle, and then the other one on top. That's the broken pin. I keep finding it. I'm just going to pin all these together and I'll be back at the sewing machine in just a few minutes. Okay, I'm just trying to move the camera here so you're just on the other side of me, just the way I'm sitting. I've got my ironing table set up, so now we've got this all pinned. So now we're just going to leave a gap down here. Well, not quite. You don't want to leave it too close there. You want to leave it in the center down here. So I'm going to start here, back stitch, and then stitch all the way around, and then back stitch here, and then leave that opening. And for this one, I'm just doing a basic stitch, just a straight stitch. So my machine's on 0, 0. little back stitch. And then a couple more stitches and then the back stitch. Like that. Just gonna trim off these little thread ends. And I'm just gonna snip off the corners. These scissors don't cut through the material. Just gonna trim off the corners a little bit. Get rid of some of the extra bulk in the corners, and then I'm just going to find where I left it open, and I'm just going to flip it right side. This is always the hardest part for me. I don't do a lot of this type of sewing. There we go, just flip it through. Use these scissors here. I don't want to poke anything through. I don't think I have anything else that I could use. Just gonna press it through, start pulling it. I will hit a point where it becomes really easy to pull through. This will be the smallest craft I've ever made trying to pull something through. There we go. I've got it now. I'm just going to use my finger and just go along the seam. Just get everything pressed. And get all the corners out. One more corner. We'll use the scissors just to get into this corner. Now, you don't want to poke through the corners. I have done that many times on lots of other projects. It looks like that. And this will be, we will top stitch that closed in a second. Flip this over and it should become a really nice little corner. That out. I'm just going to give this a quick little press with my iron. It's just sitting right here like that. So now I'm just going to tuck this in if I can. And I'm just going to just do a top stitch around the entire thing. Why is it not going through? Okay. Something is wrong. I don't know. Just would not move. Turn off these extra threads now. Okay. I'm going to start at the other corner and finish at that corner. When it gets stuck, when the sewing machine gets stuck, just start somewhere else. that is 1 out of 8 bookmarks complete. So I'm just going to go and finish sewing up the other ones and getting the right side, and I will be back to show you what all 8 look like. Okay, so I've got them all finished. I realize this one the cats are kind of upside down, but I think that looks kind of cute. Same with this one, you can barely just see the little cat faces, but I think it looks cute. If I flip it the other way, you don't get a cat. So that was the one thing with some of these patterns, but most of them look really good, and I will show you how well they work. Just got a book off my shelf here and just open it up to a random page. Just hard to do this one. Just slip this over the page like that, and there you go. You've got a little fabric bookmark. They were really quick and easy to put together. I'm going to definitely be making more in the next couple of weeks, just because I find them so fun, and I've got lots of other materials, and I like to try a combination of some other materials. I mean, they're not perfect, you know, I didn't quite get my corners perfectly square. I'm, you know, just new at sewing, so, you know, but this is definitely a very easy, you know, project to do. You just need 3 pieces of fabric, some interfacing, and, you know, just kind of stitch them all together. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribing to my channels and watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye.